And I'm James Bush.
Don't know what's going on with the music tonight, but hey, that's how it goes, I guess. So, let me see if I can get it going. We gotta get the music going, kind of get you pumped up a little bit. Let's see what's going on here. There we go. We got some music. All right, y'all get the point. Y'all know what's going on tonight. I ain't gonna deal with the technical issues anymore. That was pretty cool music, but I don't want to hear it no more. the way the night's starting out. So, guys, want to thank y'all for joining in our show tonight. I know it's been a while since we've done one. Feels like forever, don't it, James?
Oh yeah, it does. Had a lot going on since then.
Yeah, it's, from ICast and just vacation and all that stuff. And it's just been crazy. So it does feel good to get back on here. And I know we ain't got a big show tonight, but we got a very informative show tonight. We're going to be talking about the ICast, our experience down there. Going to be talking about the kayak tournament that we've been in with the Blue Ridge Paddlers Bass Classic. I think I said it right that time. That's a hard one to say. That's kind of a tongue twister. So, anyways, we'll be talking about that, and we're also going to be talking about, which is kind of going to go with the kayak fishing, is what people have been catching them on since it's summertime, but also catching fish during summertime. I mean, it's hot outside. I mean, we've been having temperatures in the hundreds, close to it, anyways. And it, the water's warmed up a lot. I know my bite has been off a little bit since it's got this hot, and the lake's kind of pulled down a little bit. So, but we're going to go in and talk about that a little bit. But the big news, James, you think we ought to talk about the big news first?
I mean, we might as well just start it out right.
Yeah. So everybody's, that actually pay attention to our Facebook page. I know a lot of people don't, but anyways, put it on Instagram as well. Falcon Rods has come on board with us. So they're sponsoring our show, sponsoring me and James. It's part of the show. But so we're really, really excited. Most of y'all know, been using Falcon Rods for a long while, and just love them. It's hard. When we went to ICast, we looked at several different rod companies. There's a lot of rod companies down there, wasn't it, James?
Oh, it was probably 20 different rod companies down there.
Yeah, I mean, and some of them got some really great product. You pick them up, you're like, man, that's a really light rod. But it's hard to promote something, and I try to teach people this when they start asking, especially here lately, we've been doing really well with picking up sponsors for our show, and they're asking, how do they do it? How do they get sponsors for fishing? And, I say it's simple, but it isn't simple. But, go and promote something that you really have faith in and, you got confidence in. Because if you get something you know nothing about, it's hard to promote it, for one. And for two, you ain't got confidence in it. Just as well as I do, James, you're not going to catch something off of it because you're not going to throw it and use it effectively like you should to catch something.
Absolutely.
So, but anyway, so yeah, we really, really, truly want to thank Falcon for coming on. Like I said, we've had two good companies come on in the last couple of weeks with Costa and Falcon. I want to thank both of them. You should see I got my old dirty Falcon hat on. This is my good luck hat, actually. It's one I most of the time wear during a tournament. She's ragged. So Falcon, hey man, hook us up with a couple hats. But that might be coming. That might be coming. I don't know. But they do got a cool looking hat that Sam had that I would really like to have. So just saying, man, if you're listening, I want that hat. And I don't care if it was the one you were wearing. I just want that hat. So, but anyways, just want to thank him. We're very grateful. We're very blessed to be able to be at the point that we're at in this show. Kind of talk a little about numbers. I was talking a little bit with James before we come on, but you know, we're over the 10,000 mark now of listeners. Made some changes, was able to figure out a way to get more listeners in, and it just boomed. So
and that's just on Blog Talk.
Yeah, that's just on Blog Talk. That's not including what our listeners are with YouTube. If you count our show, we're well over 10,000. You know, we finally hit the, well, what did I say, James? 23,000 view mark on YouTube.
Yes.
So I mean.
Yeah, we broke that today pretty much, or yesterday.
Yeah.
We broke into 23,000.
And to a lot of you guys that watch YouTube all the time, and they're like, well, gosh, almighty, that ain't much. For us, it is the fact that our YouTube ain't been up, but I'm going to say since the Classic. So what's that, 4 or 5 months? Something like that?
Yeah.
So
it might have been up, but we weren't pushing it at all.
Yeah.
We didn't really start doing anything with it till the Classic. So
yeah, and we had a lull there for a while. Go ahead.
I said that's what we're going off of anyway.
Yeah. I mean, we had a lull there too where we didn't have no videos up and stuff like that. But now we got some content now. We've been posting. If y'all been following us, we've been posting probably about 2 videos. I want to say every night, but almost every night we've been posting about 2 videos. And, you know, been doing really great. I couldn't believe how well the Bonafide video took off, which I had an idea when we went in there, James. We both knew we got to film that first. So like when we went in, that was our big thing. So, and I think it did really well.
Yeah, it has. I mean, it's still growing every day. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool kayak.
Yeah, it's a really awesome kayak. I mean, I know we run Vibes right now, but there's, you know, and when we're down there, I don't try to knock anybody else's product. If I see a good product, I'm gonna call it out, you know, and say that's a great looking product. But you know, there was some great kayaks. A New Canoe had some nice ones. I know we don't really have much video up of that. It was so much content that we got, we wasn't able to get to everything. For anybody,
we were kind of overwhelmed.
Yeah,
it was overwhelming. The first time we walked in there, it was just kind of a shock.
Yeah,
just kind of picture your, you know, like if you ever went to like a fishing expo or anything like that, it was like that on steroids. It was ridiculous. So it was a little, I don't know, it was definitely overwhelming the first day, but the second day we were able to come in there and I felt like we got our heads straight and was able to get some content.
Well, you know,
the internet reception wasn't very good in there either. So that's why we didn't get as much videos up while we were at ICast as we wanted to.
Yeah. I mean, it took us, I don't know, 45 minutes to get the Bonafide one up. I mean, that's how you would think, being in Orlando, Florida, big tourist capital, what I call it, of Florida, and the internet sucked. And it, like I say, it wasn't just us. We've talked to everybody that was in Expo. You know, everywhere you went, the internet just sucked. Even if you went to a restaurant and you got on their Wi-Fi, their internet sucked. It blew my mind how bad the internet was down there. And even cell phone service wasn't really the greatest, but it, you know, we may do. But you know, I'd say when we first went in there, we said, okay, we need to find Bonafide kayak. So we went in there, found it, was actually late to the meeting because we didn't realize it was going to take us forever to get to the place. And we took the camper down, got set up, and so yeah, it just took forever to get there. But anyways, we got in there, got over to Bonafide, rescheduled our appointment to go shoot a video. And then it was like once we scheduled that, we walked around for a little bit, really didn't shoot nothing, just kind of looked at everything. And then we went back, shot the video, and then it was on then. Like, you know, we kind of was like, wow, you know, now we got to work, you know what I mean? So,
yep.
It was fun, though. I mean, you know, we was able to get over with Missile Baits and talk with Shannon. and got with Gerald Spoor, and shoot, man, we were following him like we were a bunch of little puppy dogs following daddy dog, you know. That's how it was. It was just going around. He's like, let's shoot here, let's shoot here, let's shoot here, and we did, and it was fun.
It was a blast.
Yeah,
it was a blast.
You know, I don't know if I put you on the spot. I meant to ask you this before, so you could have maybe thought about it a little bit, James. But what was, besides Bonafide, what was probably one of the, I don't know, I'm gonna say awesomest. That's stupid. That's a stupid word. That ain't even a word. What was one of the coolest things I guess you've seen down there? At ICast. I mean, what kind of blew you away a little bit? What was like, wow? Did you see anything that was really game changer? You know, everybody kept talking about game changer. Every year you hear game changer. Mike Iaconelli says it a lot.
I really liked that 6-inch crankbait that came out. The curve.
Yeah.
We haven't posted that video yet.
No. Working on that.
But that is an awesome looking crankbait, and we actually have that one being used in the test tank.
Yeah.
And
now I have the video up where Gerald was talking about it at the table from 6 cents with all those baits.
That is up, but we also have it in video of the first run. Yeah, I mean, and it was the first time it was actually run in the water.
Yeah.
So just to let you know, I mean, that it wasn't really tuned very well or anything, and that thing was digging, and it looked good coming through the water.
Well, that's sorry, go ahead.
And I would say the second thing would be the Bass Mafia, the spool bag and that big rubber bag that you put all your worms and stuff in.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That, just if you keep a big bulk thing of plastics or anything, and that thing was really cool. It's like a Ziploc bag on steroids.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty cool. I'm trying to really think of, like, it was so much. I was actually, we shot the video of Mike Iaconelli, and I know some of that stuff's already out, but the, oh, man.
Why the Molex booth?
The Molex, yeah,
Molex booth?
Yeah, the Molex booth. The spinnerbait things they had, like with the blades on the top. Like we was talking about, what are them things called? I mean, they got the Lover spinnerbait. That was pretty cool. It's just a titanium wire spinnerbait with thin wire. That one was pretty cool. And then, but what was that one with the blades on the top? Kind of like a spinnerbait. It's like a jig with a spinnerbait on it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, it's been out for a while at Dick's. I think it came out last year. It looks almost like a little umbrella rig, really, with a spinnerbait.
Yeah, kind of.
And then, but the live target one was really cool.
That's awesome. I like that a lot. I thought that was really that was awesome bait. Like I'm ready to get on and try some of them out. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's one that I wish we could have got our hands on.
Yeah,
was one of them.
I was happy to get my hands on one of these. What's that? That is the Aricia Pop, the curve pop. Now, this right here, I had to really sweet talk that guy. About almost had to take him out on a date, but I thought I was gonna wine and dine that dude to get that popper.
I thought you said we weren't going to get into that kind of conversation on here tonight.
I'm not. That's as far as I'm going to go with it. But, and what's so special about, I really, truly wanted to get one of those was because when I fished with when I marshaled with Octafo for the Classic, it wasn't this exact color, but that's the bait he caught that big 9-pounder on that we got the video up on there. So, and it was cool. like we talked about the photo down there, and he was like, man, they over at at the Buff booth, they had that video playing, and it was the content that I put up, that I filmed when he caught that 9-pounder. So that's cool. You know what I mean? I mean, it might not be nothing to nobody else, but I thought it was pretty cool. But anyway, sweet talk that guy. Ended up getting that. I really want to do a video with it here soon, so stay tuned for that. But the pretty cool looking popper. But I tell you what, and James, I know you just ordered some, and I think they've been out there. Those 6 cents poppers.
Yes.
That there's a bad looking dude.
Yeah, I ordered the. They're right in here.
I need to get you on Skype. We need to do that soon so you can so you can show some in baits.
Yeah, the Splash 90 and the Splash 70 are 6 cents.
Yeah. That was awesome. That was a good looking bait. 6 cents. I've never really paid much mind. You know, I hate saying it like that because it's so many. It's just, I use what I use, and I don't pay a lot of attention to everything. And being in the media now that we are, I need to start looking at it a little bit more. But 6 cents has got some really great looking stuff out.
Their paint jobs on their baits look really, really good.
Yeah.
And the price of them isn't very bad either.
No. I mean, compared to what most crankbaits are going now, I mean, you're looking anywhere between $8 to $15 at least, you know? So.
Yeah, for something decent.
Yeah. I mean, you can throw Strike King all day, and they're good crankbaits. I'm not knocking them because I've caught a lot of fish off Strike King crankbaits, but sometimes you kind of get that little extra out of some of those baits. But no, other than that, like, I didn't really see a whole lot down there, though. I mean, you know, you see some jigs that come out, like Missile Baits come out with their new jig. Oh God, James, it's slipping my mind, man. Is the stand-up, what do they call that jig again? God darn it. Is it slipping your mind too?
Yeah.
Anyways, we got the video up. That sounds retarded, don't it? We don't even remember what the daggone bait was. You see so many baits down there, and we've talked about so many baits in the last couple of weeks that I can't remember all the daggone names, but I want to say it's the Ike stand-up or something like that. But flip out, that's what it is, the flip out jig.
It's the flip out.
Anyways, man, that was going to bug me. We'll just sit here in a circle for a while trying to think of the name of that until we got it. But, you know, I mean, that's a good looking jig. I'm not knocking it. It's got some great looking features for a jig. But, I mean, you see some jigs coming out, but I don't know. I really didn't see nothing else down there. Mullets and 6 cents was about the only thing that I seen lure-wise that really caught my eye. No, except the Live Target. I'm sorry. Live Target's new bait that they come out with is kind of like the Alabama rig kind of deal, but in really small sizes. I mean, to the point where some of it looks like you could about throw with a daggone spinning reel. So.
Yeah, I mean, the one that they had is more, it's definitely set up, it looks like little river minnows and everything. So it looks like it would be just awesome and, right after the spawn and everything like that. And Molex had the Super NATO, I think it's the Super NATO Beetle, which kind of looks like a jitterbug, but it's like on a hollow-bodied frog body. So it's weedless and everything like that. I'm actually playing with one of those right now.
Yeah, and, that was a good-looking bait.
Yeah, I can't wait to throw it. I think it's been out for a while. It's just one of the things until you actually... There's not a lot of places around here that have these baits that you can actually look at them.
Yeah.
So until you actually, lay your eyes on it,
you got to go either on Tackle Warehouse or something like that and order. Not unless you got a tackle shop near you that orders a lot of that new stuff that's kind of different, So... But other than that, man, I really didn't see, bait-wise, nothing else that really caught my eye that was saying, wow, I got to have it. You know, live target, mullets. Missile Baits come out with that the pink 48. Anybody don't know what the 48 is?
Yeah, they come out with a few new colors.
Yeah, they had a few new colors, but that's right off the top of my head. That's a 48. If y'all haven't seen that yet, I know most of y'all have. A lot of people use that. We'll talk more about that later, though, when we get into other subject. But like I say, though, I really didn't see a whole lot that was like, wow. I don't know. I mean, it was overwhelming because of everything that's down there. When you go into the judging room where you can look at all the different baits that's out there to judge and tackle and boats and all that stuff. I mean, there was some cool stuff in there. But it seemed like it was like the cups. What is the craze with all these tumbler cups now all of a sudden? I mean...
The what?
Those tumbler cups, you know, like the Ozark cups and the Yeti cups. Did you pay attention?
Oh, yeah.
Like, everybody had their own cup.
Oh, yeah, there was like 20 different brands of those.
Yeah. And coolers. It wasn't as big, but, I mean, what the cooler thing is what I've heard, but, like, the cups was the big thing all of a sudden. I was like, man. Now, I will say we did get these cool cups at the Costa booth. They're handing out liquids in them to drink, and I had to get me one of those cups. They're really nice. There was several booths handing out nice cups. So got all kinds of little goodies. Before we go too far into it, I really like to talk about the contest that we had coming up before we get too way out of here. We're trying to get to 200 listeners. That's a good giveaway, actually, with shirts and hats, some lures. It's a little bit of everything, man. You can look good and go out and catch fish, you know. So you got everything you need. But as soon as we hit 200 subscribers on our YouTube, we're going to be giving that away. But we're going to be picking out of our subscribers on YouTube. So we can go through, see our subscribers, and pick them and do it that way. It's going to be random. But... So, guys, we're close. We're at 148 right now. So, we're close. We're way closer than we was when we started this. So, what was we at, James? Like 100 when we started this, maybe?
I don't think we were at 100.
No, I don't even think we was at 100. So, anyways, so we're trying to get to 200 subscribers. But then we also got a smaller pack that we're doing as soon as we hit 1,000 followers on Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook. Hey, I'm doing this. Just listen. You just sit there and listen. And but anyways, so as soon as we hit 1,000 followers or likes on there, not like liking the post, actually liking our page. I get that a lot. Hey, like our page to be entered in a contest, and everybody's liking the picture, not like, which some of them are people that actually like our page, but I see some people I have to go in and, you know, invite and all that. So anyways, once we get to 1,000, we're not far on that either. I think we're at 969 or something like that. I can't remember what it was now when I looked at it last, but maybe 965, something like that. And yeah, some people look, these ain't big numbers, but it's milestones for us. So once we hit 1,000, next goal is gonna be 2,000. So be another contest. Probably 1,500 for the next contest. But anyways, we got those two contests going on. So if y'all just get a chance, go on Facebook and go on YouTube and subscribe. And if you're listening to this through YouTube, it's towards the end. I think it'll be a video that comes up. A button at the bottom that comes up that says subscribe. So anyways, you can subscribe there. It makes it simple. But anywho, now that that's out the way, I wanted to get that out the way. Other than that, James, we'll kind of talk a little bit our day-to-day for ICast. I mean, we didn't get a lot of relaxed time down there, did we? I mean, we got to go fishing one time from the bank at the lake that we were staying at. It's a small little lake we were staying. Well, I say small, it's a pretty good sized lake, but the wind was so bad. We brought the kayaks, but the wind was so bad we couldn't go out in them.
Yeah, it was Lake Whippoorwill. It looked really, really good, but it was blowing so hard, and we were kind of tired anyway.
Yeah.
We've been hitting it pretty hard the last couple of days, so.
Yeah, it was. I had that one blow up on a frog, and I got overzealous on that one and jerked it clean out his mouth. But I was kind of disappointed we never seen no alligators around there. I really want to see an alligator, but except when we was coming over the bridge.
Yeah, no, I was kind of glad we didn't see any alligators because we would have been pretty close to them.
Yeah, would have been kind of catching one of them, at least a little one.
Oh, we would have been trying to knock it in the head or something with a bait, I'm sure.
Now I was kind of disappointed we didn't see no alligators, but the camping experience was a blast. We had a good time with that. Nice small little campground. I say small, it was a good sized campground, but I mean it's quiet. You wasn't in the middle of all the hustle and bustle of the hotels and all that, and we could sit back, chill. We was trying to edit some videos and just had a good time.
Yep.
But I mean, we woke up at most time we were up 7 o'clock, something like that, 6:30, 7 o'clock. Got everything ready and rushed to ICast because you had to catch a bus to get over to the daggone thing. At least we did. And then and then shoot, what time?
About $30 a day to go back and forth through the tolls and pay parking.
Yeah. Hey, next time we go to that, we're going to find a different route. I can tell you that right now. I am not paying. We're going to need sponsors to go to ICast just to pay the tolls.
I know, right?
What that one woman asked us. What did that woman ask when we was coming back? She was like, "Why are you on?" We got to I don't know which one we got to, the 20th one, and she was like, "We told us, man, we're out of money. We ain't got no more money to pay this toll." And she goes, "What are you doing on a toll road when you ain't got no money?" I said, "Because we done paid it on the last 6 back there. That's when we run out." She's kind of,
we didn't have any. You had to pay cash with them all, and then so as soon as we went through that toll, we stopped at a gas station, got money out of the ATM, and then there was no more tolls. So that worked out great for us.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have stopped and tried to get money before, and we wouldn't have never made it to those tolls.
I know it.
So
you ain't got no letters in the mail. Did you pay them other tolls?
No.
You ain't paying them. You better pay them dudes.
Well, no, I tried paying them, and then they told me I had to wait 10 days before I could pay it.
What?
Because it's not in their computer.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got you. I got one.
Yeah, don't worry.
I got one from where I went to, New York, somewhere in Pennsylvania. I went through one. Evidently, I was half asleep when I went through that or something because I don't remember. But anyways, it's a picture of my license plate and everything. So
yeah, that's what they do now.
So yeah, gotta pay that one too. But it'd been a lot cheaper to pay it. I think it cost me $27 to pay that one through the mail. It was like a $3 toll, and it was like $27 for the processing fee for them sending it and everything. $20-something, I can't remember what it was. But anywho.
Oh joy! I can't wait till we have to pay these tolls.
Yeah, that was a joke.
I'm about to write you a bill.
Yeah, you you have to send me something. I'd feel wrong if I didn't help pay half of that. But yeah, that was crazy.
Whatever.
Though. I mean, I really don't care. That's your license, it's not mine. It's not my license. I'll still be driving. So.
Yeah, no, right.
But anywho, I keep saying now. I'm thinking about this because of a comment that we got earlier today. Well, actually, I think it was the other day on Twitter that a guy posted. Look, I'm still doing it. I cannot do it without thinking about it now. But he said, new drinking game for OneObjective. Every time OneObjective says, take a shot. And now that I'm thinking about that, it's hard for me not to say that.
Yeah, you've said it about 1,000 times already in this show. If that dude's listening,
he's wasted.
Yeah, yeah, he's wasted.
Asleep already.
He's passed out.
Oh man, that's hard not to do.
I'm glad I ain't playing that game. That's all I'm saying.
I know it's hard not to, man. I don't know why. It's part of my. There we go again. Anyways, well, ICast. I can't get off of it now. That's gonna bug me the rest of this show. There we go again. Oh man, I'm gonna lose it. I don't even know how to start my conversation now. Thanks to that guy.
You're such a hillbilly.
Thanks, dude. You really messed me up now, because now I think about it. So, let's get back to the. Let's get away from ICast. We had a good time. Got some great potential. There we go again. God darn. Let's just say that that's going to happen a lot. We know it. So, it is what it is. That's how I talk. So, we're in this kayak tournament. And, let me pull it up here. There we go. We're in this kayak tournament. Here we go. God darn it. The Blue Ridge Paddlers Bass Classic. I couldn't say that. Oh, man, it's going to be a long show now. We're going to get nowhere. So
you should have brought this up at the end of the show, not at this point in the show.
I should have. But, oh well. Open mouth, insert foot.
I love you, though. It's okay.
I know you do. So, getting into the kayaking tournament, I'm going to say right now, I posted a thing earlier on Blue Ridge Paddlers Bass Classic about it heating up. And I know, James, you were leading it there for a while. Well, first part of it. And then Jason Hensley come in and has just put some big fish on the boards. But, I mean, James, you were second there for a while. And then Sam Scott come in, and he put in some big fish on the boards. And they're smallmouth. So that's the one thing I like about this area that we fish in Virginia is the fact that, and I mean, I know other states are like this, but it's so versatile where, these river smallmouth, some of them will get fat, but they get really long. So it almost seems like sometimes it's better to go catch a smallmouth if you don't have a good area to catch good largemouth, because you got a good chance at picking up good numbers through smallmouth. So.
Yep.
But I mean, you've had a couple of decent fish. What do you got? Your biggest one right now is 20 and a quarter.
Lost. Yeah.
So
yes. I mean, I've had good fish on, too. I just, kind of new to putting them on the board. And I've lost a couple fish just by jumping off the board, which I think everybody does. But
yeah.
The second one, I was trying not to let it jump out. I squeezed the poop out of it, and it still didn't stay on the board.
Yeah, once they start jumping, buddy, it's over with. I mean, it's hard to hold on to them. And I even try to put the net, like when I put the board across my lap and I put the fish on there, I even try to position my net to the side. So if he jumps, maybe I'll get lucky and he'll go in the net. But the last one I was gearing to put on there, it was a small one. It was just going to call out a smaller 12 that I had. It's another 12. But that one, he jumped, hit the corner of my net, and jumped on in the water. So it was kind of senseless. But the next cast after that, I caught 117, which moved you up. But now I'm back. I was on the bubble. Now I'm back. Right now it's taken to make the top 6. Anybody that hasn't really paid much mind to this tournament, I know the guys fishing it know about it, but the guys that haven't fished it or haven't heard much about it, we're doing a month-long tournament, and then the top 6 is going to go to a lake that Bob is going to release on. He's talking about doing it on a Friday, but I'm going to get him to try to do it on a Wednesday or a Thursday and release the lake. Are you dying?
I don't know what I'm doing over here.
But he's going to try to release the lake on I'm going to say Thursday. Hopefully maybe Wednesday. That way it kind of gives some of these people that are out of town a chance to get in town and get a place to stay. So, but right now, 77 3/4 is what's making the top 6. Now, I think I was 76 because I'm 7th right now, I think. I can actually pull it up on my phone right now, but 77 right now is taking the top 6. James, what do you think it's going to take to actually be in the top 6 by the time it's all said and done?
In the top 6.
Yeah. Like right now, 77.
I think you might have to be in the mid 80s.
That's a good possibility. Now, something that might. Well, actually, look, it's updated now. So now, all right, I'm 7th with 77.5, and P. Colland is at 78.25 right now. The Z. Atkins, which was 6th when I updated this, he was 6th with 77.75. So he's moving up. So you better watch out. He's coming for you. He's 6 inches away. And let's see if he's got. He's got all 15s and 16s right now. So that's what's killing me. I got a 12 on there that needs to go. And I think if I get that 12 off of there, I got a good chance at moving into the top 6, depending on how big this 12 is, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the guy that's hitting me right now is hitting me by an inch. Not even an inch. Close to an inch. He's at 78.25. I'm at 77.5. So, but anyways, this has been really fun. This is addictive because you're always checking the Tourney X. I know I am. I'm always checking. I'm a numbers guy anyway, so like with our show, I'm always checking our numbers. A lot of people that I've talked to said, don't check your numbers. Don't pay no mind to your numbers until, well, we talked to Fluke Master, and he said, don't pay no mind to your numbers until the end of the year. That's very hard on a show that we're growing. You know, I like to check it and see where we're at and where we need to move to next. But in this, now it's a whole different format from what we're used to fishing tournaments. You know what's in front of you, and you know what you got to catch. So I know that I have to catch at least a 14 to pass this guy. But I know I need to catch bigger. So now we're at a point where all we're fishing for is big fish. You know?
Yep.
I mean.
Yeah, that's what I go. I need to catch a bigger fish too.
Yeah, you got a 14 left on there, right?
14.5.
So yeah, you need a pretty decent one. Sam Scott's got 89. You got 86. So you need a good 18-inch fish. You think?
Yep.
Yeah, about an 18-inch fish. So, but it's been crazy. I mean, you know, just watching these numbers, and Jay Hensley, and then I can't remember the other guy's name. It's D. Williams, but I remember I talked to him the other day because he actually had an issue with a picture that blew way up and didn't get the whole fish, but got that straight. But I mean, he's right there behind Jason Hensley. I mean, he's got a couple of hogs on there, man. Both him and Jason both got some good 20-inch fish on there. So it's awesome to see that, especially this time of the year when it's really hot. It's good. I'm glad to see people catching some good, healthy fish. I know you've had the opportunity a couple of times to have higher numbers than you got now because of, like, say, fish flopping off the board. And I was with you when we fished. I don't want to disclose that lake. When I fished that lake, and you lost that nice one.
Yeah.
So I mean, right now looking at what's that?
I've lost a couple nice ones, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you should be if you'd had those, you would be in the 90s probably.
Yeah.
Every bit of it.
But I don't have it. So.
That's right. It is what it is. Ain't nothing but the crying. Almost. So, congrats to the guys so far that's up there, but I think, everybody in the top, we had 14 guys in it, so everybody at least in the top 10.
I think everybody's still in it.
Oh, you could. You could go out and on I doubt it'd be so much on the river this weekend because of the rains we got around this area anyways. But anybody could go out and catch a couple 5-pounders and a couple 3s, man, and you're going to be up there. You know what I mean? Even if you don't have nothing on the board right now. But I think everybody's got at least something on the board now.
Yeah,
they
did.
But yeah, so I think that, you still better fish hard and don't lay off of it, like Jason Hensley and them. I know he's leading it. He's 98 1/4. But Williams, he ain't far. It ain't going to take another 20-inch fish, man, and he could be up there. So.
Yep.
Hey, James, let's talk a little bit about summer fishing. Like I say, congrats to these guys. Y'all are really getting it. You too, James. Y'all are really getting it right now and doing really good. So. Keep it up. But let's kind of get into summer fishing a little bit, and this kind of goes along with what we're doing right now in the kayaks. What's been you don't have to say your exact baits right now. We'll talk about that after. But you can kind of get us an idea of what you're throwing. What's been your key baits for this tournament so far? Well, key techniques, I'm sorry.
My key technique is Texas rigging, and then I'm throwing a top water.
Yeah. So you throwing the top water more towards the afternoon?
I'm throwing it in the middle of the day.
Oh, okay. What do you, Carolina rig it?
Yeah, I'm Carolina rigging my top water. That's exactly what I'm doing.
Oh, God.
And then every now and then I drop shot it. So, with 4-pound tests. And I use, I use 4-pound tests, leader,
That's
standard for me.
Some guy asked me the other day on YouTube. I'll get people that live out of state sometimes that listen to the show that will message me and say, "Hey man, what's the fish hitting right now at Smith?" Sometimes I'll tell them, "Hey man, I ain't been on a lake in a while, but this is what I would throw." And a guy messaged me. I actually meant to tell you this the other day. A guy messaged me the other day and asked me what they were doing. He was coming up in August. And he asked me, so what's the best bait to be thrown up in August? I said, a Carolina rigged buzz bait. He just put, huh?
What did he say?
He just put, huh? I said, yeah, man, it's the new thing. You got to try it. Not many people are doing it yet. If I go up here in August and I see a dude throwing a Carolina rigged buzz bait, I'm going to die. But no, I told him, what I would be doing. But I just like getting the shock factor out of it. It's pretty funny. My luck, he would catch a state record like that. But anyways,
yeah,
that was pretty funny. But I had to throw that in on here just to see what it kind of got you. But hold on that.
Wacky rig is good this time of year too.
Yeah, wacky rig is good. That's what I was gonna kind of go. I'm gonna show y'all. We're gonna still talk about what James uses and all that, but I'm gonna show y'all right here what's been key. This is not just me. Some of it is, but also talking to other people and around about what they're doing. So from the top to the bottom, and people that are listening to iTunes, I know you can't see it. If you go on YouTube, you'll be able to check this out. But anyways, from the top, for me, has been actually I haven't done really well with it this year. I know a lot of people have, but is the Robo Worm finesse worm. on a drop shot. That's actually the morning dawn color, but that's what I normally throw this time of the year and do really well. Me and Dad fished a tournament last week and pulled up on the first spot, threw it right on the end of the dock. It didn't even hit the bottom good, and boom! I mean, first cast, and it was about 2.5 pounds. And I told Dad, I said, "See, they're here," and after that, it died. And the rest of the night, we ended up throwing a Carolina rig, and that trick worm right there, the second one under that, that's green pumpkin, and I threw that all night and caught her limit. Was able to call out a little one, and went from there. But I just been throwing all that on a Carolina rig all the whole time. But James, you've been throwing a Texas rig. You've been throwing something more like the D-bomb.
You're breaking up real bad.
Am I? I don't know why. Can you hear me good now?
A little bit. Talk again.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's better.
We got some storms getting to hit right now, I think, and I think it's starting to slow my internet up. Let me check it right now.
Yeah, it's definitely breaking you up.
All right, guys. I hope this don't end our fun tonight. Can you hear me all right?
You're still going in and out, it seems like.
Gotcha. All right, let's slow some stuff down.
And that's better there.
Yeah, I even see our YouTube live stream is kind of buffering real bad. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, I hope we don't lose you. If so, I'm really sorry. Yeah, we just had some rain come over, and it looks like we got another one getting hit here in a little while. So, just let me know if it breaks up again. But James, I know you've been throwing some Texas rig baits, kind of like the D-bomb and some other creature baits. I know you don't want to share right now, but what's been I know you fish a lot of shallower water down there. So what's been kind of the key? Has yours been more of the early morning bites or the afternoon bites? And then what's the kind of key structure that you're fishing with this?
I'm fishing pads, brush. There's not a lot of rock and stuff around down here, so mainly I'm just fishing laydowns and grass and just trying to get up in the creeks some here on the main rivers, little feeder creeks. I mean, really, that's about it. You know, I'm trying to find a little bit of deeper water, but mainly I'm still catching them pretty shallow. All my fish seem to come off of later in the day. I don't really catch that much in the morning. Seems like my bite starts picking up about 10 o'clock when the sun gets up a little bit.
When the sun starts coming up and they start pulling back into that brush a little bit, probably, right?
Yeah, when they're not roaming around. You know, when it's in the morning, you know, it's all roaming around. They're just roaming, so it's a whole lot harder to pinpoint them. But when the sun gets up and they suck into that cover and stuff like that, that's when I catch more of my fish.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, Squatch88. I read your message, and that's awesome that you got James, he was just saying he just bought his first kayak for fishing. He said he got a Vibe Seaghost 110. Thanks for the info. Kayak fishing. Can't wait to try it out. Congratulations, man. You're going to really enjoy that kayak. The 110, I think, we got the 130s. It's a great kayak, but the 110, I think, is a better all-around. Like if you want to fish a river with more rapids and stuff, you got your good kayak either way. So send us some pictures, bud, if you catch some nice ones out of it. Thanks for listening. But yeah, that the Texas rig hasn't done much for me yet, but I haven't done a lot of fishing during the day, which I normally throw last several years a Texas rig at night with a big Old Monster or Mag 2 or something like that in a black color. But I don't know what it is, dude. The Carolina rig has been really, really producing for me. And, you know, I actually brought this rod up. I was kind of going over looking at it a little bit. This is just the this one actually is the Falcon Lizard Dragger. Lizard Dragger too. And this is a rod I keep trying to tell James he needs to get when we order some more rods, but I know you don't do a lot of Carolina rigging, but I think it would make a great Texas rigging rod. But I'm going to tell you right now, you can zing a Carolina rig for miles, it seems like. I mean, especially I use a Revo, so that's a good reel anyways. You're gonna really zing one out there. But mine's just been points. Actually, I got a spot that I fish that I kind of consider that one spot like a big lake. You know what I mean? Like you don't.
Yeah.
Like some of these cuts, yeah, they'll pull off and they'll pull to the main channel. I mean, you're still going to catch some fish, but you're going to get on those points and really load up on some fish. But I've actually been staying on the points. I guess you would call them secondary points in this spot and catching them. And I really only got like 2 or 3 points, but they're deep. And the creek channel it pushes up against that point on the one side that I've been catching on one point. And you go in there and you can really load up, and you might catch 1 or 2. I'll pull off of it and go fish something else and come back about an hour later and start fishing it again and catch another one. So they just got to stack up on that. I think when you catch one, you're pulling some off, like they're probably following them, like they're schooled up, and it kind of scatters them up a little bit. And if you pull off, and they'll all group back up together on there. But that's kind of been my deal. Now, the third worm down is a Zoom U-tail. That's a great all-around bait. I use that all the time at Smith on a Carolina rig between green pumpkin and watermelon seed. But you can also go down, like if you like doing the trick worm, go down and switch to the Missile Baits 48. That's been a pretty good bait. But that bait there is so versatile too, just like the trick worm. You can wacky rig it, you can shaky hit it, drop shot it in Carolina rig. I mean, it's so many different ways you can fish that bait. So, but yeah, I mean, and then like the frogs, when we started out, James, when we went to that one lake, that's what my limit pretty much come off of was a frog. Now I think you were probably throwing a whopper plopper and you caught your bigger ones, wasn't you?
Yeah.
On that day. On that day.
The whopper plopper.
Yeah. And I had a little bit of a struggle with hookups with the frog. I know somebody else commented about our other show was talking about that, wants to do a frog show, and that's coming up in the future. But my problem is in a kayak, sitting down, throwing a frog, was the hookups. I feel like when I sit the hook in something, when they hit the frog, where the kayak's pulling to it, and I'm using braid, which you should be anyways when you're throwing a frog, but I'm using braid and a good rod. I just think it's the angle so much, when you're sitting down in a kayak. You know what I mean? I don't think that you're getting that good hook set like you would in a bass boat, or if you're just standing up fishing the bank of a pond. You just don't get that good hookup. So, but anyways, that's a picture I got there, and that's the frog. But this is the Spro Popper frog. For people watching it, and I trim these up. This is actually a long one. I don't know. I'm trying to get the camera. I actually trim these up a little bit, get them a little bit shorter. But but the one above that, that's actually from a company they used to be with us, Bigfoot Baits. They're going out of business. But James, me and you had a pretty good time down there at your place last year with that frog. We had a lot of blow-ups. We didn't get a good hookup. It was a kind of a funny bite, but I caught that real nice 6-pounder the one night when we was gearing to leave off of it.
Yep.
But I mean,
that was a good fish.
Yeah. I need another one of those like tomorrow or Saturday, but yeah, I mean, that's kind of been, that's kind of key right now for summertime fishing. Carolina rigging, drop shotting, Texas rigging, and topwater. I mean, you don't necessarily need to go with frogs, but something like a whopper plopper. You can go with a buzz bait, but you want something slower on the top. They'll hit hard, but maybe more in the morning. But like through the day, like James was talking about, I don't think you want something with that real fast retrieve. It's kind of a slow, steady retrieve. I mean, is that how your topwater bites have been?
I mean, it really all depends. I haven't caught that many off the top water. Mainly, it's come off Texas rig. The ones that I have got off the top water, they've hit it pretty good.
Yeah.
But like all my bites have been real. Even on the Texas rig, have been just real soft bites. If you don't have a good rod, I'm throwing that Falcon, new Mike McClellan. It's actually their bladed jig rod that I'm using for my Texas rig rod, and I think it's super sensitive, man. And I can just feel everything, and I can actually, I can almost feel it like when it gets into their, they start getting into their crushers, and I can just, man, it's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the same. That's been kind of the same deal with the Texas rig. When me and Dad went out and fished, and poor Dad, he got a couple bites, but all the fish that I caught, I never really felt hit. You know what I mean? And I mean and I'm using a good rod, good line, but the bite was so soft, you would just kind of feel a little bit dead weight, and then you might feel a thump when you kind of put a little tension on it, but. And I sometimes I think that's maybe why Dad didn't get as many fish, is because of this fact that he didn't really, could feel them that well, and distinguish, hey, this thing don't feel right, So.
Absolutely.
And we've talked about it several times. I'd much rather spend more money on my rod than I would on my reel. So.
Yep.
People getting into fishing or listening to this, spend. A reaction rod, no, starting out, yes, it's nice to have a good rod for every technique you do, but I'm going to say like cranking, spinner baiting, stuff like that, you don't need a high-end rod for reaction baits, but when it comes down to shaky head and drop shot and Texas rigging, Carolina rigging, stuff where you have to feel jigging, you have to feel that bottom and tell the difference between a rock and a bite or a rock and a log. And sometimes it gets down just that point of chunk rock to pebble rock, where that transitions. You need to know that. So, that's a big difference when it comes to fishing, especially this time of the year when you're going by that feel. So, make sure you definitely get you a good rod. We'll have a link to this. We got a link in the bottom of this for Falcon. And people that are listening to our YouTube, I do not know why our internet is just dragging. Like, it keeps coming up spinning. So whoever's watching, I'm really, truly sorry. But you can catch it after the show and tomorrow. And it'll be all YouTube works the bugs out of it. It should be good. So, but anyways, so yeah, so what's your plans for this weekend, James? You're gonna go out and try to get some more fish on the board.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go out and win this thing.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what it takes, man. So
you gotta have confidence.
Yeah, that's you didn't come here to lose. Come here to win this thing. Right now, I'm just gonna be happy if I make it top 6 the way it's going. Things might happen this weekend. I might get on some good fish and come up there, but I better get on a bunch of good fish. So, but like I said, James, can you still hear me? I'm breaking in and out?
No, you're fine.
Okay. But like I said,
I can still hear you saying all the time.
Yeah, well, that's how it is. Yeah, it's all good. You're not even breaking up. Dirtbag. But so anyways, now I'm thinking about that again. Yeah, you know, I made plans to go out with some people Saturday night to go fishing on Smith. And if y'all listen, Jason and them, I know if y'all probably listening. Look, if James starts catching fish down there where he's at, y'all might not see me Saturday night. Because I'm probably going to be driving down into James's house so I can fish all day Sunday. So no hard feelings, but I'm trying to beat you guys. So, anyways.
Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit now.
Am I? Can you hear me all right now?
I mean, you still sound like you're breaking up some, but
Yeah, we're gonna probably get a kill this show. The internet's just getting bad with the rain and everything that's around and the storm. So, James, you got anything else to add for it? Thanks, man. Thanks to that guy on Twitter. You are the man. Thanks for bringing that up. You are OneObjective's #1 fan. Thank you. But anyways, now you got anything else you want to add?
No,
Yeah.
man, I just really want to thank everybody for listening in, and I definitely want to thank all the sponsors. You know, without y'all, we couldn't be doing this right now. So I just appreciate every one of y'all. Thanks so much.
Yeah, it's it's been good. I got a couple of videos that I like to do for these guys. We're finally starting after this tournament. We've started to get some slow time. I got an install video I want to do with my yak lights on the Vibe. So really excited about getting that. It's probably gonna be past the fishing time when I need to have them on, but really want to get those up. Really want to thank Falcon again and Costa for coming on board with us. That right there. I mean, Costa did a lot for us down there at ICast. Melinda and all of them. I really want to thank them guys and girls and for everything they've done. It's it's definitely a blessing. And how you doing, Corey Mitchell? Thanks for tuning in, man. I hope his show's been good. I know we've had some internet problems, but I seen your dad's new boat. That was Ranger. That's nice looking. That's a clean looking boat. But yeah, you guys at Costa, Falcon, Bob, Missile Baits, J&J Custom Tackle, Yak Lights, and Mystery Fishing Crate. Can't thank y'all enough. It really helps out with our giveaways and all that we try to do to bring more viewers into our show. So really want to thank them guys. And sorry we're having such issue with internet tonight, and maybe we'll do a follow-up. But we're working on a big show for next week. I don't want to go into too much details. We're really working up for a big show, so stay tuned because I don't know when this show is going to be. It's kind of, we're just going to have to do it when these people can do it. So, but it's going to be a great show. If we can get on who we were trying to get on and make it all work, it's going to be a great show. So, anyways, guys, we'll keep y'all posted. We'll be doing some pictures this weekend with our fish. James catches them, I catch them. We'll get them posted up so y'all can kind of see where we're at, and maybe get some pictures of where we're moving up on the board, hopefully. And to all the guys that are fishing this tournament, good luck to all of y'all this weekend. Be safe. And to everybody else that's fishing this weekend, be safe. And have a great time and enjoy time with your family. Take a kid fishing. James, I'll talk to you later. And good luck this weekend, buddy.
All right, man. Thank you. Good luck to you and to everybody else out there fishing this weekend.
All right, man. See ya.